Alrighty, so this road, if I remember, is mostly 80 k's now. It's another one of these roads that used to be 100. But I don't mind, because at least I know this little Honda is more capable of actually hitting 80 than trying to do 100 going uphill. Yeah, we're doing full throttle and we're still barely hitting 80 k's an hour. There's an old road up there. I wonder why they changed it. We are, of course, climbing a bloody mountain. It's not called the Great Alpine Road because it's flat. And of course, the little 125 is really struggling. It's not why I ride a 125. I'm not afraid of going the speed limit. Don't want to incriminate myself there, but there is something visceral and enjoyable about being able to hold the throttle wide open. Even on the 390 Duke, it's like a 5-second twist on the throttle and you're already doing freeway speeds. And then you've got to back it off and let it cruise, and it's just not the same as sitting right up in the high RPMs, which, you know, a 125 being a 125 is most of the time you're sitting at above 6,000 RPM. Now, although this bike does not have a tachometer, I can read the RPM off of the OBD2 scanner, and through that I was able to see that this bike has a 9,000 RPM limit. The trouble is, it's only in a small set of circumstances, a very specific set of circumstances, that the bike will even hit that limit, and it's usually going downhill. And in fifth gear, that means 115 kilometers an hour, which this is a bike that very rarely sees above 95 k's an hour. 100 k's an hour, and there is no flippin' way that we're going to be able to do that on this bike. Tambo River down there. Look, I just don't know how much this GoPro can see, because I'm never entirely sure about where it's pointing. I did expect it to be, you know, busier. But I guess that's the good thing about riding a slower bike as well, is you're not likely to catch up to traffic, you know, unless there is a particularly slow-moving vehicle in front. I do find it a little bit frustrating in the sense of the bike will finally start picking up speed again, and then I'll want to slow down. But that's not necessarily a bad thing by any means, because there's no way that I'd want to take these corners at anything faster than what I'm doing anyway. But it would just be nice knowing that I could get up to 100 k's an hour, perhaps a little bit earlier, because I could slow down in the same amount of time anyway. I wouldn't hate taking the Duke up here, but the Duke uses almost exactly twice as much fuel as this bike does. They've both got 11 litre tanks, and that's, you know, sort of how I judge it, tank by tank by tank. So when I do want to spend all day out on the Duke, I really have to make sure that I've got enough pocket money left over for an extra tank or two of fuel. Because the fuel economy of this bike does make you complacent about the distances you get to go. I just wish this bike had a little bit more poke. It doesn't need much to be a perfect bike. It just needs to be able to hit that 100 kilometers an hour a little bit more reliably. That's my only complaint about it. I'm just not familiar enough with this road to really send it. Not that the bike's capable of really sending it anyway. I think nothing frustrates me more on this bike in particular than when I'm being held up by slow-moving traffic. Because I'm used to being one of the slowest vehicles on the road, and it's now only 80 k's an hour anyway. But I am inclined just to give them plenty of space, because I cannot overtake. There's where the frustration comes from. I do not have the power to overtake a slow-moving vehicle. I wouldn't want to film the road from Bairnsdale to home because it's not interesting. It's not. It's just a boring old road and nothing but the bike struggling to go above 90 k's an hour. Come on. I'll get the Duke up here one day. I don't think that I needed to panic quite that much. Oh, my bum is killing me. Oh. Buddy, I do not have the power. I do not have the power. I do not have the power. You know what? Legend, old man. Legend. The irony is he's probably going to sit up my ass now. I'm in a full tuck here because the bloke let me past. But now I'm on a hill and he's going to catch up again. Come on, 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 come on. That's the trouble, is that nobody knows that this bike isn't quick. It just looks like another motorbike. I have run out of things to say, so now I'll sing you a little song. Do 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 do. Rainy Creek, it fucking well better not. That's right, they're probably expecting me to scream past, but I cannot scream past. By the time I caught up to them, I'm out of road. I don't think anyone's going to judge me from slowing right down and erring on the side of caution here. I do have a great amount of trust in the tyres on this bike, but I am very scared right now. The car was right up my arse. Better just to pull over. I'm doing 20 k's under the speed limit, so it's more than reasonable to want to pull over and let him go. I think those angry clouds are going to catch up to me before I get home. Oh, come on! What are you doing, you fucking piece of shit? Isn't... Oh. I was holding the throttle wide open and the bike was telling me it did not want to do so much as 70 k's an hour. Like, that is absolute bullshit. "100 k's an hour, we're full throttle and we're not even doing 75. We are on a significant hill, but I am at that point where, as much as I love the 125, I just get insanely frustrated by it. I don't think that we're going to get up this hill at any kind of speed either. But let's just pin it wide open and hope. I estimate, watch my hand, it won't move. We'll be doing 70 k's by the top of this hill. "80, 77, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70. I fucking called it, didn't I? 69 even. Can't tell me I don't know my own bike. That's what I talk about when I say that it is dangerously underpowered. Fuck you, Steve Wilson. There's honestly not a great deal of point in revving it out in fourth, because you look, we're not going to get any faster in fourth than I was doing in fifth anyway. Oh well. I think my next ride's going to have to be on the KTM. It's not as comfortable. I can't do these kind of distances on the Duke. It is just too uncomfortable. But it is a much better riding experience. I mean, I'm pegging the throttle wide open at, you know, not even doing 90 k's an hour. What the fuck is that about? But I don't want to be any closer to that car anyway. This is pissing me off. Dangerously underpowered. You've really just got to let the little 125 do its own thing. I'm getting tired and cranky because I've been out for too long and I just want to be home, and I would love it if this bike could just do the bloody speed limit. This is why I do not recommend a 125 for a beginner rider in a regional area. Sure, around town, around the suburbs, in the city, perfect starter bike. But out here, like in the country, nah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous to not be able to do the speed limit. And unfortunately, it's other road users that make it that dangerous in the first place. But that is just the reality of the world we live in. Oh, yeah, I'm sore. So 2 hours to go to get home from here. Oh, fuck me. And I'm already very sore. And of course, the wet hasn't helped that. I'm cranky because my hands are wet, my socks are wet, my undies are wet, and it's hot and humid. Okay, that's it from me. So yeah, I'm super annoyed that I lost another dead cat. Literally seeing it fly out of my helmet. We've been going for 2 hours and 6 minutes now, which means that GoPro was about to die anyway. Bugger me. I'm going to lose this wet weather jacket and continue riding home, I think. Toodaloo.